Imagine finally getting into the university of your dreams, receiving that long-awaited promotion, or achieving the goal of owning your own home. It feels exhilarating, doesn't it? Yet, strangely, that joy often lasts shorter than expected. A sense of emptiness creeps in, leaving you wondering, is this it? This happens because the joy of achievement cannot fully quench the thirst of our souls. The people of Israel brought down the impenetrable walls of Jericho and perfectly conquered Ai, the very place of their previous painful failure. It was the perfect time to celebrate, divide the land, and rest. Instead of reveling in the joy of victory, however, they immediately headed to Mount Ebal. There, they built an altar and worshipped. Rather than ending with a military triumph, they began to seek the essence from God, who granted them that victory. Joshua 8 verses 30 to 35. They offered a sacrifice, Hebrew, zebah. This goes beyond merely slaughtering an animal. It carries the meaning of holding a feast and realigning one's values. This is self-objectification after success, an acknowledgement that the victory was not won by one's own strength, but granted by God. Worship at the peak of success is the noblest form of humility, declaring that I am not the master of my life. Without this confession, we either feel empty after succeeding or fall into ruin due to the pride that success brings. There is one who achieved the greatest victory in human history. On the cross of curse, Jesus cried out, "It is finished." To the world, it looked like a defeat, but it was actually the declaration of final victory over sin, death, and all the powers of darkness weighing us down. By bearing every curse we deserved, Jesus made it possible for us to approach God and worship Him at any time. Galatians 3 verse 13. That emptiness we feel after an achievement, the hollow feeling of, is this the end? Can only be filled by the love completed by Jesus. The true period at the end of a victory is not a sense of accomplishment, but worship. Worship is the final puzzle piece that completes the success of our lives. When we are in Jesus Christ, we can overcome the emptiness that follows success. The world says, enjoy it when you reach the top, but the gospel says, return to the essence when you reach the top. A person who has a routine of standing before the Word to realign their life's direction will not easily crumble. If you are in Christ, your successes will not end in futility, but will lead to an even more abundant life.